Okay, I'm back. Hair is washed and wrapped up in a towel. Usually after I finish washing, I don't take the towel and rub my hair. I usually just wrap it up and kind of let the water get absorbed by the towel just a little bit, and then I'll let it down. Um, Another thing that I tend to do when I wash my hair is I will comb it out with a wide tooth comb while the shampoo is in there and not the conditioner. For me, if I'm trying to get a style where the curls are more defined, then I find that combing it out when I have conditioner in my hair makes it fluffier and frizzier when I'm after I'm finished styling. So I comb it out, sorry, with the shampoo, and that kind of detangles it. Then I condition it, and I feel like that helps to mold the curls back together, if that makes sense. So it's my usual washing routine. Um, so my hair is washed. As you can see, the curl pattern in the back is different from what's up front. Here's where you can really see the damage to the hair. Um, the curl pattern in the front of my hair was always a lot looser than the back, as you can see from this small part here. But as it gets towards the ends now, I guess because of all the flat ironing and the curling, it's straight and limp. So hopefully it can fix by some miracle, grace of God. If not, then I guess I'll just be trimming slowly. I like having layers in the front of my hair anyway, so I'll probably hack off to about here if I do have to cut it, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so shingling. Apparently, in order to shingle, it's pretty much just a process of sectioning off a small portion of your hair, parting a small portion, and then you put the product on it, run it through with your fingers, and then comb it through to just make sure that all of the product is distributed throughout the hair to wet hair. So I'm going to just use one of my goodie bands. It's a headband really, but I use them as scrunchies as well. I just double them over. Here it is, twist it and twist again. I usually roll it like 3 times. Okay, so I'm just parting off a small section of my hair. And pulling the rest of it up pretty loosely, nothing tight. Okay, so here's the section. Alright, let's open this up, see what this smells like. I'm really, really big on scents, and I have probably one of the most sensitive stomachs you'll ever come across. So a lot of times, things that have really strong scents to them make me feel a little bit nauseous, but hopefully that won't be the case here. It's a different kind of smell for a hair product for me. Not sure if I quite care for it, but maybe it won't be as bad. Excuse me. Maybe it won't be as bad once it's on and it's dry. We'll see what happens. Okay. Instructions. For daily use, rub a tablespoon size dollop or more of the stretch silkening cream in your palm, smooth into wet hair section by section from the root downward. Repeat until you have applied the cream to every section of your entire head. Don't rinse out, air dry, or diffuse dry. Okay, for the shingling specifically, wash and condition. Apply at least a lid full of the stretched silkening cream all over the soaking wet hair. Separate into small sections, comb through from root to end until the entire head is complete. Dry for an hour or more until completely dry. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do section by section. I've never been one to always follow the rules anyway, so we'll see how this works. My hair tends to not really absorb product, so I'm not going to use a tablespoon for each section. I'm just going to take a little bit, not too much, rub it into my palms, and we'll see how this goes. Okay. It doesn't really seem to be taking into my hair too well. Hmm. Yeah, that smell is not really for me. I'm glad I did the 2 for 1 and I have the curly pudding, I believe. I've used that on my hair while it was dry and that one smells pretty good. It's a fruitier smell. This one kind of reminds me of, not to knock Avon products, but like a Avon roll-on deodorant, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. It's that kind of smell. Not necessarily my favorite thing. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, some of my hair is a different texture. The back hasn't had any heat to it, but still yet the middle is kind of straight. Some parts are straighter than others. Okay, so I've put it on and combed it through. Let's do a front section just so you all can get a better view of what I'm doing. Okay. Alright. Got a nice chunk of hair there. Okay, so I'll just comb my hair out one more time. Just using a couple fingertips and grabbing some product, rubbing it in. And I'm just separating my hair as I go through with my fingers. Oh, well, that doesn't look too bad, I guess. Alright, let's add a little bit more because I feel like I didn't get some of my hair that last time, or the first time I ran it through. Let's see. And then just comb it through. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my head and I'll be back. Okay, I'm getting closer to the end. I'm almost finished with this side. Like I said, I like to do side parts, so this part is almost done. And then I'll get to the last part on the other side. So far, it's been a pretty easy process. Just once again, just parting, smoothing the product onto the hair, and then combing it through to make sure this distributed. But what I've also been doing is as I go through, I've been kind of twisting a little bit to try to get the curls to hold together. For the front pieces like this, that are just hanging really straight, what I might do is, I guess, just kind of rod set it to get it to have the proper definition, or to have it in a curl pattern, because as of right now it's just hanging really limp. Let's see if you can see it compared to the rest of my hair. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'll probably just twist it or do like small bantu knots so that way it'll have some uniformity in the front of my hair. Um, the smell, like I said, it really isn't for me. I'm not enjoying it. I don't know how long, it's gonna smell this way, or how long it's gonna be this strong and potent. Maybe after it dries, it'll lighten up. But if it doesn't, I might have to wash this stuff out my head and pass it on to somebody at school, or one of my friends who doesn't mind the smell or who likes the smell. So yeah, it's coming along pretty well. Hopefully, when it dries, what I'm hoping for, starting to shrink up in the back already. What I'm really hoping for is that it'll have a well-defined curl and prevent some of the shrinkage, because that's one of the bigger problems that I have. My hair shrinks probably about 50% normally, and I would like to just retain a little bit more length when I wear my hair curly. Would be nice, but we shall see. So I'm almost done smoothing it in. Like I said, I'll probably twist the front so that it looks like there's something going on instead of it just hanging in the front and looking really out of place. I'm thinking, depending on what it looks like after this, I might just cut the front myself later and do my layers so that way it won't be a problem anymore, but we shall see. Okay, so now I'm just smoothing in product on the last section. And the curls right now look pretty well defined for the most part, but then again, my hair is still wet. It says to let it fully air dry, and then to stretch it out, it says to flip your hair forward and fluff with a blow dryer from root to mid shaft. So if anything, hopefully that will give me a little bit more length, but if not, then I guess it's back to the drawing board. I'm just gonna go ahead and twist the front in bantu knots. I'm gonna use small sections. Okay, so for those of you who don't know how to do bantu knots, you grab a small part of your hair like so, and I'm just going to twist two parts, 1, 2, twist all the way down to the end. This is also good for people who are transitioning. This is one of the methods rather, that helped me to have some uniformity to my hair when I was transitioning from the perm that was there and the parts that did hang really straight to being completely natural till I was able to, so I was comfortable enough with the length to cut the rest off. It would provide like a shorter, cute style that I could wear over the span of a few days. Okay, so now this part is twisted. You can see it. So in the same direction that the twist is going, I tend to twist to the right since I'm right-handed. I'm going to go opposite of that direction so when I'm rolling, it doesn't unravel the twist. So I hold at the base, you can see it, and I run the hair around it, but I keep a small part of the hair up to form a foundation to wrap my hair around. And I just keep bringing it around, and it forms like a little knot protruding from the top of my head. It looks like a tiny horn almost. So I just wrap and keep wrapping, and then I just tuck the end around it. If I need a little extra hold for it, I just use a bobby pin. You can see it, to hold the end in. And what you can do to make sure that the ends don't come out straight as well. Same thing I do for my overnight process. Just wrap the hair around one of the sides of the bobby pin and then tuck it into the hair to hold. So that way you're guaranteed that the end of the hair will curl as well. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and do bantu knots across the front. Hopefully it comes out all right, and I'll do an update later on how my hair is once it's dry. All right, take care.